Good afternoon, Harvest Hills Homestead followers, viewers, subscribers, if there are such people. It's fall break. Kids are off. They're traveling down to a church camp with the youth from our church. And what do you do? What do I do during fall break if the kids are off and I'm off? Catch up with things. We have been overdue to build a shelter in pastures. We have two big pastures. This one is about an acre, and then we have a 3-acre one, and then another acre in the middle. And so we rotate our horses and our goats behind each other, rotational, between those three paddocks. And there they go. That is Zeke and that is Harley. And we have a barn up there. I built that last year. It has 3 stalls, 3 horse stalls on the sides, and that's if they're injured for very bad weather, and that is very bad weather. We'll put them up to protect them. But animals get conditioned to what you condition them to. So if you leave your animals outside, you let them condition to the rain and to the snow and to the cold, they'll just adapt. Their fur doubles in size in the winter. It gets nice and thick and fluffy like wild animals do, like deer. Deer will change their fur in the winter. They get a much thicker insulated fur and water shedding fur. So horses do and goats do the same thing. They look like little bears in the winter. But as a good animal caregiver that loves our animals and wants them to be okay, I am building them a little run-in. We're going to build one in this big pasture, and then down the road sometime we're going to build one in the big pasture up on the top of the hill. So that's the plan. This is overdue. I should have built one in each paddock for them to run in. I have a couple goat houses because goats hate water. If it starts drizzling, they run and seek shelter. Horses don't seem to mind. I've seen cows. The cows don't seem to mind at all. I do have a little shelter. There's some little guy right there made from pallets and some scraps. But I wasn't really built to last long. And so I'm going to build a more permanent structure on the edge of the pasture so that we can mow and it never be bothered by this structure in the shade. So it's going to be cool in the summer. And the goats can birth here, have their babies here, and it's close to the house. So, little homestead project. Keep following. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, share, whatever you want to do. It helps us get more people looking. And there's no money into this, at least not at our level. We have a couple hundred subscribers. But it's always fun to interact with people viewing, people following. And who knows, we might learn something from each other. So stay tuned while we build shelter for our horses and our goats. Let me show you the goats real quick before I go. I'm kind of done for the day. We dug 4 holes in rocky clay, and my arms are hurting, so I'm gonna take a break. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon anyways. Hey goats. Who's that? Hey goats. Hey goats. Hey goats. Come here, goats. Come here. Come here. We have 10 goats at the moment. I love goats. They're pretty easy, at least from our experience. We spend a lot of resources and time to button up the fencing. And the pasture I'm sitting in now was fenced in pretty good, and we bought the property with this acre already fenced in. There was a few spots where we had to fix facing the neighbor on the backside. That fencing was deteriorated. Should still be replaced, but we patched what we needed to be patched. And then we added all the other pastures. The pasture they're in right now, I call it the gully because it's just a gully, that's what it is. It kind of becomes a river when it rains hard. And they love the back spot because in the back there's all kind of briars. Bye goats. I'm expecting high yield of winter babies. I thought I would have August babies, but you know, you don't see the mating happening. So if you don't see it, whenever I see our billy goat, the male, mount one of the females, or be very interested in a specific female for a couple of days, I record it on my phone, meaning I write the date down and I write who mated who and the date. Usually 5 months later, that's the gestation period. 5 months later, they have babies. So I had 2 or 3 females that I thought were gonna give birth in August. I don't really see signs of pregnancy there, but we'll see. I think Willow and Oreo and Pepper are going to have babies. The other ones are still young. Who knows? But it's always fun. We used to keep very well track of it. Now it's like we'll see signs, and then we always want to see babies in the field, and we have not. Well, we've lost one baby that was stillborn from a set of triplets. But other than that, we've always been, within an hour or 2 from their birth, and been lucky with and blessed with our goat births. So stay tuned for the horse shelter. Peace.